Dad, you get to dress like a pirate.
Here we go.
You get a cool black
Autumn and Mark and Edward and me. Okay.
You could be a nigga with Jordan.
From my favorite movie, we're going to say a little quote from my favorite movie, The Princess Bride. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us here today. I love that movie and I love marriage. And actually, I'm on my third. So, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad, but they do say third time's a charm. And I do think I've met my charming. My Prince Charming. But when I first met Mark, and this is Mark. This is one of the books I made him. That's Mark. And when I first met Mark, I was with somebody else. I moved up to Montana in 2019 to build a life with someone different. I know that God brought me here for Mark because Mark was friends with him and he didn't work out. And when I first met Mark, we would go fishing together. It was just a group of guys and I would be dating the other guy. And Mark never talks. So most people I can relate to and talk to, but Mark just doesn't talk. He still doesn't really talk. I'm the talker, thank goodness, because he doesn't have a room to talk anyway when I'm here. So, but he didn't talk, and his friend Bobo always talked. So when Mark and Bobo would come, I'd be super happy because we'd all just have fun, and it was just a good time. They were sober, I was drunk, it worked out great. But I'm sober now, so I'm in recovery. Sorry about that. But there was something I connected with him, but we were only friends. So there's some funny stories about that. Finally, something broke, I don't know if it broke the ice with him, I guess. And he started joking around and showing me how funny he really is. And he really only speaks with intention, I guess. I just talk to talk, kind of like, the diarrhea of the mouth. I have that. And he has the opposite, more like constipation of the mouth. So there you go. He really does. That's all I can explain it. But after my divorce, Mark and I started hanging out. I was in a really bad place, and Mark came around and really babysat me, to be quite honest. And I was really against men at that time, and he kept coming around, and I'm not sure what he was thinking, but he kept coming back, thank goodness. And eventually, I could see that he was actually a person who meant what he was saying. I could actually believe that there was something to him that I had never experienced before. So through a lot of rough patches with me going through my pain I was going through, he was my one solid. And one day he looked at me and told me that I was scaring him by my drinking habits. And I put the vodka down at that moment. Was I successful completely? No, but it really showed me another side of worrying people. And I really owe my sobriety to him. And now his son Edward's here, and also Edward, because they're both here and I have to do the right thing. So those two things help me out a lot. But me and Mark have been on many adventures together. We've gone across the country a couple of times, Montana to Texas, and then from here to Rhode Island. But one great adventure we had was going to California. My first time in San Diego is when he proposed to me, and that was on Thanksgiving. And then we were married a month later. And we're both on our third marriages. And as no marriage is easy, it's going to be one of the easiest relationships I've ever been in. He's very supportive, and I'm very grateful that I have him. I thank God every day for how lucky I am. So there we have it. Thank you. And here is painting the room again because I forgot the last time. And everyone's still here. The family, and Autumn is our adopted daughter. So there you go. Thank you.